I'm home from work. Chum father called him to tell him that he has an iPhone. He has an iPhone now. Okay. It's 2-3 days after his son's birthday. What about telling him you have some gifts for him? He told him the day for his birthday, yeah, I think I'm gonna let you just stay at your mother's house Thursday since you got practice. Just because he knew he wasn't gonna get him to school on Friday. And then we had a party at the field after practice. Now he calls him today to tell him he has an iPhone. I can't make this shit up. I'm just documenting it. Mind you, y'all, if y'all look at the other videos, his cell phone has been off since last year. So, you know, they get rid of that number. And the only number he's been using is like these text now apps. I don't have a number to reach out to him other than when I have to contact him through my son's phone. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. But what I do know is this. I could say this. He could say what he got to say. God see everything, so he know the goddamn truth. He know what who doing what with who money and where it's going. He sees a big difference between when I can't do it or when I just won't do it. So, here's what I'm going to do until we get into court. The practice is on Thursdays. Every practice is Tuesday to Thursday, 6 to 8. 6:15 to 8:15. Sometimes it's spill over to 8:30. But I asked Coach on Thursdays, can he leave at 7 so he can get to Dad's house? Thursday at 7:30. I'm not playing no games with him. You're not spending no money on my son. You getting it. The longer I keep him, you laughing at me because like I got him all the time and you holding a football. You trying to punish me because he chose a football team. Ooh, when I was at work, y'all, where's my other phone? I'm going to do a whole nother. Where's my other phone, y'all? Where's my other phone? He's going to owe me an apology, and I'm going to print these motherfuckers out. I took pictures of this shit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload the video of him where, oh, God, let me separate this shit because I keep going. Photos. Look, this damn iPhone. How you find a shit in here? No. Okay, all right. I had to go back out and go back in, y'all. These iPhones. Android don't never give me this. Albums. Recent. I went in the messages of when the coach was trying to, when the shit went down with the coach, or what my son father is trying to, say that that's the reason why he's not participating and because I ruined him on a team. How the fuck did I ruin him? My son never was on the field, y'all. I promise you that he was never hardly on a motherfucking field. He was always on the sideline. Coach was posting other kids other than him. They wasn't traveling. He just felt like a fucking number. Like, this team congratulates him, salutes him. All his accolades, everything that he does, he's on like the website, you know, everything. He's involved. He's never sitting on a fucking side. I be thinking they be just using my little newborn baby muscles and he not in the NFL. Yeah. This the message of when he was saying he was looking at my pussy print on the field. And see, because I wasn't giving this man no advances, like I explained to him, I said, yo, I went through this when my older kids was in Pop Warner being an attractive female back then. I look like shit now. But back then, you know, I'm bringing my heart. And I dealt with that when my older boys was on the football teams, on Pop Warner and stuff. The ink you see now, I had by the time I was 24 years old. So I always stood out a little bit from the rest. Always was different. So I went through that. So this go round years later. No, I ain't doing all that. Because coaches talk to all the fucking mothers. But when I stopped paying, really, like my son already wasn't on the team like that. But then when he started to, like, you know, woo me, try to woo me. And I would shut down the advances. Like, you know, respectfully. I even told him to his face, like, yo, respectfully, no coaches should ever mess with none of the parents. It caused too much conflict. And because of that, then my son really wasn't playing. And they were losing. And the whole time, the other coaches, this is a organization. This is a brotherhood for them. So all the kids always stayed in touch. We still live on this side of town. They've been asking him to come back. Then when they asked him to come back and they do their skating party and none of the kids knew he was coming back and he showed up at the skating party, like, that sealed the fucking deal. Two of the videos on my page is when he was at the skating party. So them welcoming him back, and he's been on the field ever since. They even asked, can we talk to Dad? So you can go ahead and take him over there because Dad is really trying to get me in trouble. But I'm already a couple steps ahead of that. Because with the recordings and me documenting everything, I'm able to show that, like, yo, I want my break. Don't get me wrong. But because he chose to be on the team, even after the coach shit, I told Chum, I said, always do what you want to do. He been talking about leaving because he wasn't feeling like he was getting his just due. And his talent was being unseen. And because Dad has a relationship with Coach, of course Coach ain't going to say, man, yeah, I was looking at your baby mother pussy print. He ain't going to say that. But because I was shutting that shit down, Coach was playing with my kid. Now, moving forward, he's only back on the same team he initially started with. That's it. Same shit. Dad is punishing us because he's not driving. Dad just started working, so this is his third week. And he told Chum that, and I didn't even know he was working till last week. And so he been working the past 2 weeks. That's why he really ain't been pressed about me sending him over there. But even y'all see, I'm not playing no games though. Like, nope. That's just not my problem. Thursday at 7, he leaves the field. He's going to Dad's. Dad has to get him to school Friday and get him back over his house Friday. That's his responsibility. Saturday, now football season is in, so he's going to have games back to back to back. Saturday mornings, I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning. That way you get an opportunity to be in his book bag Thursday, Friday, and y'all get a day to do two days to do whatever. Saturday, I'll come get him in the morning for the game. I work in the afternoon. I know what I signed up for. He wants the title, but he doesn't want the full responsibility. In all these years, I have not been speaking up. I have not been saying a word. But when you really look at it, it's not a time that he has to make a doctor's appointment. It's not a time that he can say he got his insurance card. It's not a time that he can say that he got his ID. He stole his ID from me. I had to get it back. He ain't had to go to take him to motor vehicles. He ain't had to call, make no doctor's appointments ever in his whole life. He paid for 2 pair of glasses his whole life, and the baby boy done broke pair, and I just paid for 2. He ain't offer me no money to that. We ain't get no school clothes, no school tennis, or nothing. And you call him today telling him, hey, buddy, I got an iPhone because you finally got a phone on. How low of you? And I never had a situation with girlfriend. We never fussed. We never beefed or anything. She can't even say I went to war with her or none of that. But it is like, yo, you laying next to this nigga every day. You know you ain't see your stepson damn near all summer, all this other shit. You know your fiance wasn't working all summer, anything. None of this bothered you. You didn't reach out to help. When I'm messing with niggas, I help them with their children. This make me feel like she don't even care about my child. He don't let us speak to each other. He don't let us talk to each other. He do really good at making sure that all these years we've never spoken to each other. I don't bitch and fuss about it because I ain't going to mess up a home where my son got a place to lay his head at. So that's why I don't bitch and bark about it. He come back with all 10 fingers, 10 toes, plus he old enough to talk and everything. I'm good. I don't have no beef with her. But damn, you laying right next to him, you see he ain't doing nothing and he not doing nothing and y'all haven't had him. Like, do you care? What type of woman are you? And the scary part about it is I meant what I said when I say this man do not like her daughter. He do not like her daughter. He be like, Candy, she make sure she keep that girl away from me. Like, that's some crazy ass shit. Like, we all fell victim to being in love with somebody, but to know you sleeping with the enemy and this man really don't even like your kid. Really make me look at shit now. I don't want to keep rambling. It's tomorrow Sunday. We getting up and cleaning. Chum got to cash in on his allowance and earnings and shit like that. So we got to clean before I go to work. Good night.